The Green and Away Village is geared to helping organisations attain a conference environment that not only reflects the ethos of the organisations themselves, but also helps to define the very basis of sustainability by immersing the visitor in a living and working environment that is as close to nature as possible. So successful has this been that Green and Away is now a model of sustainable living and working, which can act as a showcase for other organisations who can come to find out for themselves the benefits of living with and enjoying nature.
Green and Away's ethos is firstly that we want to bring people into closer contact with the natural world. We believe that one of the reasons why we as a species are making so many mistakes in the decisions we make is because people don't have the natural world uppermost in their mind when they're making those decisions. People spend most of their time in concrete boxes, in offices, in factories, in shops, and in houses. They travel between those places in metal boxes, trains and cars and aeroplanes. They don't actually walk around very often with the grass beneath their feet and the sun above their head and experiencing the rain and actually seeing the leaves. And so what we do here is that we remind people of the natural world. The second way that Green and Away is different is that we're trying to run a conference centre which reflects the ethos of the organisations that are coming here.
The Green and Away setting, having these kinds of conversations outside the office environment, bringing people together in a way where they're in a completely different set of circumstances, it really helps us to focus, it really helps people to understand their place in the organisation and enables us to take on some really big discussions in a way which we couldn't do in an office or in a hotel or in a normal kind of conference suite. And I think being relaxed and having people outside their normal kind of office environment really does make a difference to how the conversations go. And over the years we've made some really big decisions at Green and Away in terms of how we're going to structure our organisation, how we make decisions, and issues about strategy and direction.
I think it sets the right tone for the sort of conference that we offer. And the other thing is just that, we're talking to them about environmental play work and really about people getting involved in wild spaces and nature and really trying to kind of promote that sort of ethos of their work with children.
So this year we're seeing young people, for instance a group of people that are looking to do a small music festival, coming to see how we build our conference centre and just being so drawn in that they are already signed up to come back next year.
Green and Away embodies everything that is important to Resurgence. It's connected to the land on a very intimate level. You see people walking around with no shoes on and just enjoying being in the countryside, which is becoming a rapidly diminishing experience for many people.
And one of the things we go to an enormous amount of care about is to create the built environment at Green and Away. So that's the environment of benders, of tents, of yurts, of marquees, and then the layout, the way in which they sit in relative to each other, and the way in which they're put together individually. We take a tremendous amount of care to make sure that that's done in a harmonious way, so that when people spend time in this environment, they actually experience themselves in a different way to how they experience themselves back in their normal homes, their normal places of work.
Green and Away has a number of structures on site that people can rent to stay in overnight. Some of the more special ones are yurts, which are circular Mongolian tents, and they are the most extraordinary spaces to sleep in. Most people have never slept in yurts before, so it makes for a really great experience.